Something big just happened this past Monday that's about to change the whole New Jersey luxury real estate market. If you're planning on buying or selling a home over $1 million, then you better watch this video because there's a lot of changes that happened this past Monday. On Monday, Governor Phil Murphy signed New Jersey's FY 2026 budget into law, which includes a major change to the supplemental Realty Transfer Fee, commonly known as the mansion tax. Starting July 10, 2025, this new law is about to go into effect. The biggest change is that the responsibility of who's going to be paying this mansion tax is now going to be shifted from the buyer to the seller. Previously, buyers were the one responsible for paying this 1% mansion tax fee that is a surcharge on properties over $1 million. But now the new law introduces a tiered tax system that changes depending on how much the home is going to be sold for. And I'm going to put the information down below of the tiered system, but essentially if you're buying a home over $1 million but is under $2 million, nothing changed with the fee. It's going to stay at 1%, but the responsibility now shifts from the buyer to the seller. If you're buying a home over $2 million but is under $2.49 million, the tax now increased to 2%. And then at $2.5 million to 2.99, now is going to be taxed at 2.5%. $3 million to $3.49 million is going to be taxed at 3%. And anything above $3.5 million is now going to be taxed at 3.5%. So depending on the sales price, the sellers will be responsible for paying a huge difference compared to what it was before July 10th, 2025. So how does this affect you if you currently have a home listed for sale or if you're currently under contract right now? If you're under contract before July 10th, then you do not have to worry about this new change. The buyer will still have to pay that 1% and the seller will not have to pay that new tax, even if the closing happens after July 10th. Now, if you're under contract on or after July 10th, then that is where this new tiered rates are going to take into effect, and the sellers will now be responsible for this new rates. The buyer no longer has to pay that 1% mansion tax. So if you're a buyer under contract now, nothing changes. You'll still have to pay that 1%. And if you're a buyer under contract after July 10th, then you have the ability to save this 1%, and now the sellers are the one responsible to pay for these new rates. And if you are a seller listing soon or currently has a house for sale, you will be the one who's responsible for this new tax if you go under contract on or after July 10th, which essentially could mean that this will reduce your net proceeds. I know this is a lot to take in, especially because of the beginning of the transition, but if you have any questions about this, then definitely give me a call. There's also a possible refund option. If you're a seller and you end up paying for the new tax and you're able to close and record this before November 15th, 2025, you may have the ability to qualify for a refund. This new change is definitely going to make a huge impact in the New Jersey luxury real estate market. And if you are someone who's going to be impacted by this, then I would love to answer any questions that you have and guide you throughout this new law that just passed. If you're a buyer, maybe this could be a great time for you to finally be able to negotiate on something that you've been eyeing on. And if you're a seller, then I would love to go through the numbers with you and see how we can make this work and how this will change and impact your net and what we can do to strategize moving forward so that we can still get as much money in your pocket as possible. So this is Gabby, your mom friend in real estate here in the New Jersey suburbs, just giving you a quick update on what's going on in New Jersey. And I believe this is a very important new update that is about to change and have a significant impact on buyers and sellers right now looking over $1 million. So I wanted to make sure that I at least talk about it and explain what is going on and when this change is going to take into effect. So feel free to comment down below, ask me any questions that you have. You could also email me at gabbym@kw.com. And that's it for me today. I hope you all have a great July 4th weekend. And as always, if you need anything, you can always reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help you. See you guys in the next video. Bye.